Hi, I'm Casey. This is Adriana, Marty, Joe, Angus, and Phil. We're Team Encon, and our game is Plumpees. Now, Plumpees is available on, well, it will be available on iOS and Android. It's a simple one-tap mechanic on an isometric view, and the objective is to collect cute little Plumpy characters like this. Now, gameplay terms, the character is perpetually moving just down on a platform, and they find these little kind of little sprouts coming out of the ground called Plumpees, and when they go and pull them out, they start following behind them, and the objective is to collect all the different kinds of Plumpees that exist, and also collect as many as possible to get the best score possible. It is important that the player never smashes into their trail behind them or hit an obstacle, because the second they do that, the Plumpees they have behind them will scatter across the stage and go back into the ground if they're not collected within a certain period of time. Now, what the player does to achieve points, along with collecting the Plumpees, there is a platform that flies across the screen and will dock at any of the edges. And what they have to do is then take all the Plumpees they've got and walk over to the designated area, and all the Plumpees they've collected will then be docked onto the platform, and that's how they achieve their points. Now, the more Plumpees you have and the more Plumpees you dock at once, the more points you'll get. And so it's sort of this risk-reward system where you can maybe collect 2 or 3, and there's a lesser chance of you smashing into the back of the trail behind you, but then you won't get as many points as if you have 10 or something. Now, in terms of art style, we wanted to make it as fun as possible, and we thought nothing better will make it fun than making it really bright, colourful, and cute. We really wanted the Plumpees to be as desirable as possible. We want the player to pull one out of the ground and then see it and go, wow, this is adorable, I want all of these, I want way more. And so I've got 15 designed at the moment, but each of these 15 will have at least 4 or 5 different skins, and they'll all be considered unique and individual, and those ones that, because when you collect them, they all go into something called the Plumpy pile. And so you may have this one here, but you also haven't got him in yellow or red or rainbow even. And so you want to find those and then add them to your collection. And also, certain different colors will be rarer than others as well. So if you want the rarer ones, you're going to have to keep playing. And yeah, pretty much also, we have 2 levels at the moment. We're aiming to just polish those as much as possible. We have the desert level, and we also have a sort of garden level. And then, once we polish those down, we can expand from there with candy level, we have snow levels all planned out. This is what we have for the character at the moment, but we are looking at taking it a lot further. We have different designs to make use of customization and even physics. We want, as the character walks, to be as fun as possible. So we have ideas for different things that sort of hang down and react to the character walking as he walks. These sort of fly through the air and dangle and stuff like that. And also things like hats and stuff like that can be easily switched out. So if we have multiple things that players can customize, it's just easy enough to switch out between different options. These are just some simple reference images to get an idea of the kind of look and style we're going for. We have Ooblets and Monument Valley, of course, just some really nice, bright, vibrant color schemes. And also we've done a little bit of marketing research just based on Google and Facebook's advertising planner. Basically through this, using looking up similar games such as Crossy Roads, even Pokemon Go, Monument Valley, we can discover what the demographic is, so age, gender, interests, and everything like that. And based on that information, we can sort of just tailor our game to hone in on to hone in and make sure that we deliver to the demographic that will be most interested in a game like this. And yeah, so that's Plumpees. We do have a playable prototype that we're going to hand out. Phil has it on a tablet over here, and primarily, we're very interested in hearing how you think the game plays. And right now we have the tap mechanic, and we want to hear specifically if you think that swipe mechanic would be even more suitable to the game and what you find more intuitive. Yeah, thank you.
Put the gameplay stream with the background on back up.
turn to the tap is you always do a right turn. Have
You always do a left turn.
Sorry.
That was primarily because of the view. So we thought that maybe the character could be walking up here and you tap and he turns left. And you tap left and he'll turn left, but then you tap right and you can turn right up there. But the second he's facing the opposite way, his right and left are different to what you're seeing. So you could tap left, then he turns right. Yeah. So that's why we went with the one tap mechanic. But also we're finding just through testing that people are sort of expecting a swipe motion. So we're wondering whether or not we think it's probably, I'll just figure out whether or not it's better to go with the swipe motion than just the tap.
I reckon just after playing for a few seconds, it's like probably in your best interest to investigate like some other movement control, like so you go both ways, whatever way you
Yeah, usually if you get play testers that are doing one thing, like two play testers, if there's one who's doing it the tap and one who's doing the swipe, you want to basically make it work as nicely as you can for both of them.
Absolutely.
So that might just mean you can either do the turn when you lift your finger, so then you can just have it. So if you just people tapping, then it turns like dime. What about if that's swiping? Moves in that direction. But then you can also do things where you're just detecting whether they're swiping, and after they've swiped a few times, change that behind the scenes, and then you find that people don't even notice it's doing that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that sort of stuff takes a bit of a direction of experimentation.
So,
Yeah, I mean, I want to say like you should feel like super proud because this is awesome, like already in terms of like your progress. I don't know how much time and effort you put into it so far, but it's like it works. Like the game works, and you can totally see it being fun. Like it seems like you took a lot of effort to not say Pikmin meets Snake. Don't be afraid to do that. Like it's totally fine to be like it's Pikmin meets Snake because people go like, oh yeah, cool, right, got it, and then you can like expand from there sort of the intricacies of it. Platform struck me as kind of weird because like the whole game is like themed in this like adorable, like cute sort of style, and you have this world, and then there's just like a platform that arrives and does a thing. Like it'd be cool to see that platform more ingrained into like the identity of why these things being taken away, what do they do, what do they want, like just try and make that a little more cohesive, like, and I think that'll really pay off, and lean into that as like a really like celebratory moment, right? That's sort of like you go through the chaos of collecting all of these things through the world, like, and then the moment of relief where you get to sort of clean your screen and start again for the next sort of gameplay loop is this moment. So really like lean on celebrating that, like time with the feedback. Yeah.
Something like I found like really interesting is that we want to sort of show that like at the end of the round when the game's done, the player's progress.
Yeah.
So I feel like that'd be really interesting. So like all the Plumpees we have, we just want them to have like a certain area, screen hands to it, and then as your score ticks up, all the Plumpees you've collected just kind of pile in or something like that, just to show what you've achieved throughout that playthrough.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So is the movement grid-based at all, or is it just?
It's pretty much just sentiment degrees.
Because I was feeling like the depth is a bit hard to pick, like, so like just drop shadow, circle, feet can help with that. So you've really got an idea, okay, I'm going to run into this little guy or not.
Have you tried with the grid?
So the only grid that I've got is where they spawn.
Yeah.
So I set up an option grid.
I think playing it, I assumed it was a grid anyway, but
Yeah. It could be worth like if you've got the time, like to check it out, see if it feels better. But it's it's just an idea.
Do the Plumpees have any utility? Why would we collect all of them other than stick with them?
Pretty much just like it's mostly just to sort of like it's basically just the personalities of them. Like each of them has a different kind of like it is pretty much sort of like a sticker book sort of collection. They just each have their own sort of unique faces, personalities, names, and everything. Like there's Happy, which is the big smiley one with the bright eyes. There's Tuffy, which is like he's bigger. He's got big muscles and stuff like that. He's got a frowny face. Everything. It's mostly just like they're adorable. They have great personalities.
there is a potential thing you could add, it might be a terrible idea, having something where
like lean into that though. Like the fact that you have these array, like this array of characters, like at the moment in the current state of the game, like it'd be really hard to sort of tell, like though, like and once again, like celebrate these cool characters. Like I don't know if there's like some other way that you can celebrate them, like if they pop up and you're like, ah, or like you like this is been added to your collection. I don't know if you want to have some sort of gallery where you can like check up on the dudes that you.
It's called the Plumpy pile, essentially, and it's like it's sort of like has them all sort of like labeled and sort of like presented nicely, where you can just kind of scroll through and see your progress, and you can also see which ones you don't have. You can see, okay, there's a black silhouette here, and it's got a big shiny light behind it. That's a rare one that I need to find.
Yeah,
That's sort of what I'm aiming towards. Yeah.
I think, I mean, this is like, it's actually really cool. This is just like, I had to come up with something. I think because your currency is like the thing that you're baiting players with is these different, like, you know, Plumpees with these different personalities and stuff, it seems a bit of a waste to me that then you're just playing as this kid. Although if you're customizing the kid a lot, then that's something, but that's a whole potentially unnecessary secondary thing where if you were then playing as like a big version of one of the Plumpees that you have collected, then you're getting a lot more bang for the buck out of it. You've made unique art for this guy, you've collected him, now that I've collected him and I can beat him and he's really big on screen and I can see his personality, whatever I think is cool about him, kind of realised a lot more, like so a lot of things like, you know, Crossing Road and stuff where they were making a lot of, I guess, like their currency was, you really want these new characters. Getting to be those characters was a big part of that, but I think just like having collected them once and seen them in a pile is maybe not making the best use of them, and especially if you've made them really unique like this, I think it might be cool to be like, yeah, sweet, now I'm playing this character one, who's like, it's really cool.
Yeah.
We need to move on. Any final thoughts?
I think their UI is cute as games and interacting with it feel really nice. I guess everyone else kind of covered everything, but a couple of bugs so far. Obviously early on in it, but being able to turn around while you're walking after you've fallen, like walking through the level. Walking off is, like once you deliver into the platform, walking off the level is really easy to do. Maybe look at making that a little less punishing. And then mirroring the others, making it more apparent why I want to actually collect these guys. That'll help.
You can also just color matching things essentially where you want to, if you've got a red one behind you, then you want to go to the red one